I want y'all to look really good at what you see on your screen. This is not coming from some blog site. This is actually something that could possibly be implemented for the state of Ohio. Now, every time I talk about Ohio, I usually talk about it being the hub for heroin because it is. Let's be face it, it just is. But now it looks like it's going to be the hub for something else. And it's crazy, all these abortion stories that are coming out now, and it's like every state that touches it, they add some kind of they implement something in there that another state doesn't have that's worse than the previous state. I mean, I just talked about how Georgia is going to say, oh, if women miscarry, then they're going to be found liable for murder. Then you have what's going on in Alabama coming from a legit source out of Chicago. Now, the story goes that there was this 26-year-old perv that was repeatedly raping this 11-year-old girl until one day he ended up getting her pregnant. Now, an 11-year-old girl does not have the body structure, in my opinion, to bear a child that young. In my opinion. So you're telling me that she cannot get an abortion because that would be considered murder, and they would probably put her up on charges of that. Mind you, this is an 11-year-old girl here. I don't know many grown women who would want to bear the children of their rapists. And we're talking grown women here. I'm talking about 18 years and older. In this story, we're talking about an 11-year-old girl who got raped by a 26-year-old man and got pregnant with his child. And they're basically saying that she cannot have an abortion. Like, I don't know how much more plainly put I can make that. It doesn't get much more concrete than that. I said yesterday on Twitter, Palm Colored must be going through it for real if they are implementing these kinds of laws in here. But also what it's looking like to me is that they're trying to throw in a rapist get out of jail free card, or at least get out of jail slightly card, where they'll give them jail time but not as much as the person getting the abortion. Like, this is a child we're talking about here. I'm telling you, we've talked about Alabama, we've talked about Georgia. Now we're talking about Ohio. That's 3 states covered in just a couple of days when it comes to this topic. This is going to be widespread, ladies and gentlemen, everyone who's listening. It's going to go across. It's going to become universal. I'm telling you, this is going to turn into a federal thing. It's going to go beyond just a state thing. So y'all better be ready for it. And this is more for the women more than anything, because y'all are the only ones who can bear children. And I'm telling you, they're doing this because they are losing empire, as Cerulean would say. So they are pulling out every stop possible, even down to the nitty gritty of allowing or making or forcing an 11-year-old to bear the child of her rapist. It's gotten that serious. So what are they going to do? If she decides to have an abortion, they can't throw her in jail. Well, they'll probably try. Or what they'll do is they'll make her parents go to jail, because after all, her parents will be the one who have to sign off on it. They'll probably throw the physician in jail, make them lose their license. But that's some wild stuff right there. If I have any Ohio subscribers listening right now, please let me know down in the comments, did you know about this? Because I know a lot of times the stories come about and many of you say you don't know or didn't know this and that third happened until I said something. But this should be national news right here. All of this being covered should be national news right here. This is going beyond them just saying that they want to be pro-life and everything like that. Remember, and I can't believe I'm actually using her as a source, but I have to. Remember when the Saltine Queen said that she that she was pro-choice, which is basically to choose to have an abortion or choose to give or have the child, and how they came down on her heart? That was a sign right there. That was a sign to let you know of what was to come. And that was a couple years ago, maybe in 2017, when she made those comments. That actually ended up getting her removed, I think, from that show she was on called The Blaze. That was a sign right there of what was to come in the future. They cannot afford to lose any more children. And when we say children, we're talking about white children. We're talking about pure white, with a white man and a white woman. And it's crazy because this apparently looks like it's a white girl and a white man. And they don't care. They care more about having that baby be alive than the well-being of the child that was raped. I wouldn't be surprised if they start making women go to the damn clinic and forcing them to go line up at the clinic like it's that time of the month to get that food stamp, and tell them, look, take this vial, go into that room right there, and we're going to inject this solution into your body, and we'll see you again in about 9 months. I wouldn't be surprised if they did it. I would not be surprised if it came to that. I mean, they doing everything else. Why not? And this is not even me giving them ideas. They probably already thought of it, to be quite honest. I just told you about what's going on over in Europe with those women running down around the street naked, trying to get attention from the men that's not messing with them. Because either they are messing with other men, they're messing with little kids, or they're jacking their stuff off to porn. Like, it's getting real out here. And like I said, these are the stories that mainstream media is not going to propel and push out into the forefront the way that it should be. The only reason that Georgia one got any attention is because Hollywood got involved when they said they was going to take the studios away from them. That's the only reason mainstream media got involved with that. If it wasn't for that, they probably wouldn't go beyond the local level. But I just wanted to bring this story to you, and I really wanted to focus more on this headline right here, because that's all you really needed to see. And I gave you the story right there with the 11-year-old girl and the 26-year-old man. So again, if I have any Ohio followers, subscribers, whatever, please let me know down in the comments. Did you hear about this story? And I would like for you to, of course, and this goes for everyone, to tell me what you think about what I just told you, and what do you think of this situation right here. I will talk to you in the next one.